all these women, what advice would they give to a virgin? And then at the end of the video, as a joke, I'm like, okay, guys, like if this gets this many likes, we're going to take a virgin to the club. We're going to bring him here, make this whole thing. And then it got feedback. And then I set up an email for people to send emails in. I got like hundreds of submissions from around the world. People are like, dude, love your videos. Please take us out. So I got me and like 10 of my buddies, and these guys are all fucking Chads. We're all wearing suits. We're all tailored, looking good. And we get this guy, we give him like
can we
a haircut.
Can we reset real quick? Okay, so first off, you have a video. So you're asking for a virgin to take out to the club, right? Because I saw the video. The video came out. It's fantastic. When he says Chads, like a lot of the people in that watch this don't know anything about red pill shit. The Chads, you talking about good looking dudes who have been with a lot of women, right? And the videos, the video, you guys look like the guys from Reservoir Dogs because you're all in the black suits with the black ties, right? You're out going to the club together, and the guy that you're with, you're just like cheering him on. It looks like you look like an offensive coordinator for a football team. It's a really interesting video, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is so compelling, and at the same time, I'm like, if I tried to do this, bro, I would get canceled in 2 seconds.
Yo, you think so?
Yeah, I think if I try to do something where I'm like trying, because the problem was. And you guys did a really good job of this. At the end, you remember the girl gets drunk, so you send her home, which is obviously the smart thing to do. But like, there's always these. So we're skipping ahead here. I think there's 2 levels to it. There are men who are out there doing shit that is legitimately offensive. Like I totally understand. Like you can't, misogynistic stuff where I understand why the algorithm wouldn't like it. There's also a separate group of men who are legitimately just trying to help other men, and the fact that they're trying to help other men is offensive. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like, and those people, I think, because again, the idea of men being a privileged class helping other men, it's like, oh, you're trying to force down this misogyny or this masculinity. Whenever we talk about testosterone, right? So I talk about testosterone and hormones on this podcast a lot.
Oh yeah. Toxic masculinity.
Again, it's toxic masculinity because if you get HRT, like I saw some celebrity was like, I don't take an estrogen blocker because estrogen's good, and I'm like, no, man, it's like there's a certain level that you need to have, and there's like normal levels for men and women, but that's also kind of getting scattered, and so that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what may be canceled, but like some of the stuff on there, I thought it was really funny, but I was just like, man, I don't know if you can get away with that now. Can you?
Oh, dude. Well, so here's the thing, like that. It's I feel like you can get away with that. I mean, I was on the fence though because I remember there was this big YouTuber that. I can't remember his name. He's like a vlogger, and he had some girls over, and he bought them booze, and then he hooked up with one of them, but she was drunk or something, and then there's this whole fallout. I don't watch YouTube, so I can't remember his name. It was David or something.
Okay.
And but they tried to cancel him for that.
Yeah.
So obviously, when we did the first movie, we're like, fuck, man, we need this guy to get a kill. That would be the perfect cherry on top for the end of the movie. But much like many, actual movies from Hollywood over time, like some classic storytelling type movies, you realize it wasn't actually about the end result the whole time. It was the journey along the way, right?
Yeah.
So we were able to wrap the ending, much like, if you've ever seen the movie Cars, it's all about these race cars on the racetrack, and the guy, instead of winning the race, he stops because his friend skids off the track and he helps him. So he doesn't win, but he wins. He loses the battle, but wins the war. So that was kind of how we wrapped it. But yeah, I've noticed that there's